Well, there you go. How you doing, Sagittarius? My name is Sherilyn, and I'm here to do your weekly tarot reading. This one is going to be for Monday, July 28th, right on through Thursday, July 31st. Okay? I'll be back on Wednesday to do bonus readings, try to get you through the weekend. That is kind of the whole deal here, I think. Yeah, it is. I'm just going to pull cards and see what Spirit wants to bring up or what they want to talk about. We'll do that. This one right here is for my Sagittariuses. Let's see what we get, okay? All right, y'all. Here we go. Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. Here we go. Okay, all the cards now. Yeah, they're jumping out. No, I'm just kidding. Here we go. All right, what do you got? You're starting with the Page of Pentacles. Okay, followed by the Hangman. And then we get the Justice card. So this is your backstory or your recent past going into this reading. Currently, I have you with the Five of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Two of Wands. In the near future, I have you with the Eight of Wands, the Magician, and the Queen of Wands. All right, bottom of the deck for this reading is actually the Six of Cups. Okay, Sagittarius, that means that the undercurrent to this entire reading, start to finish, is something to do with nostalgia. It's something to do with somebody you have a ton of history with. It's something to do with happy memories, you know, things like that. It's just somebody that you have a lot invested in, or the happier times in your life that you're looking backwards towards. It's looking backwards in general, okay? So that's your undercurrent. The card at the center of your read, so from almost every direction it plays into the equation, is the Two of Cups. So whatever the situations are that we're going to talk about right here, this definitely involves you and another person and the two of you are involved in a divine union of some sort, okay? Does not have to be romantic. Divine unions can come to you in other forms, you know what I'm saying? It can be I don't know, a work partner, it can be a best friend, sometimes they can even be a parent-child type relationship, but whatever, you are involved in some sort of a divine union, and that is what we are talking about today. And for some reason, whatever's happening right now is causing you to look back to happier times, okay? Which is where all the memories come in. Okay, so let's see how they play in as we get going here. We're going to start with the recent past, where I have the Page of Pentacles, the Hangman, and the Justice card in the challenge position. So, Page of Pentacles to me is all about trying to get it together. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you've been a little out there lately. Maybe you've been a little impulsive, crazy, whatever you've been doing, Sagittarius, okay? You're trying to, like, get it together. It's when you tell yourself, I'm going to get it together now, right? Kind of start that savings account, do this and that. That's Page of Pentacles. It's when you're trying to pull it together. Trying to build a solid foundation to build on top of. Good stuff, okay? And the next card over is the Hangman. This is when you're trying to gain a new perspective. However, it is when you're saying you're stuck. So for some reason, you can't do this or that because you're stuck. I personally feel like the Hangman usually is a cop-out. That's just, there's times where it's not, but not very often. Normally, it's just you don't want to put in the effort or you don't want to make the changes. In this case right now, I feel as though you are stuck, and it has to do with something that's totally out of your control. However, I will say that I think you're comfortably stuck, okay, for whatever that's worth. So here we go. So in the recent past, obviously, you were trying to rebuild a foundation, and you just kind of got stuck in doing that. So you didn't make too much movement forward or backward. You just kind of got stuck staying there, okay? That obviously upset somebody because somebody felt that that wasn't a just thing for you to do. So maybe you promised to go build a foundation quickly, but you didn't come back quickly, right? Or maybe I don't know exactly what transpired here, but somebody felt as though your actions were unjust. Okay. And you argued the point that you felt you had held up. Your end of this, you were fighting on the side of justice, okay? It does look like you won the argument, but not by much. Okay? This was almost like a push. I know it's a weird take, but that's what I've got. And all of this was happening between you and this divine union. Okay? Meaning that you weren't totally in the right, but neither were they, so it became like a push. Okay, this is what I'm seeing. So let's keep going. Let's go forward. Now we're in the current. Where are we currently? Currently, you have this Five of Cups, and then you have the Two of Cups, and the challenge here is the Two of Wands. So with the Five of Cups, there's a sense of loss and regret now. So obviously, this feels like something where you won the battle, but you're losing the war, right? So you won this little, whatever, tiff between the two of you here, where this person felt like you were being unjust. You won that one, but where are they now? You know what I'm saying? Now they're like gone. It's because you won the battle but lost the war, is what's happening here, it looks like. And this is absolutely a divine union, somebody who is intended to be in your life. Does that mean that you've screwed this up and this wasn't how it was supposed to go? Absolutely not. This person could have very well been intended to be in your life until right now, and then they're supposed to be gone. I mean, everything, nobody comes into your life necessarily for forever, or very few people come into your life for forever. Okay, they come into your life for limited times until you can learn lessons from each other, and then they go on to the next situation. But this was a situation that came together because it was supposed to. That much I'll say. Okay. The challenge right now is the fact that you have to make decisions. And you're not looking at things clearly at all because you're romanticizing the past or something. That's what I get. Let's keep going. Okay, what do you got in the near future? Now we've got the Eight of Wands, the Magician, and the Queen of Wands. So you're presenting through this whole thing as the Queen of Wands, huh? Well, that tells me that you're being a little bit self-centered, maybe in a little bit me first type of thing, which is okay sometimes, but maybe it's to an extreme. Eight of Wands would say here again, things are moving quickly. Decisions have to be made quickly. People just aren't, you know, people are just in a hurry all of a sudden, and so you're having to react quickly. With the Magician here, you're manifesting, and you're showing up as the Queen of Wands, so you're getting whatever it is you want. Except for the one thing that you screwed up back here, huh? Okay, let me see. This thing feels like it's all over the place. Nine of Swords and the Empress. Okay, Sagittarius, look, it looks like you acted childish. I'm just going to give it to you. It looks like you acted childish, and I don't think you were acting fair in the past. I think currently you are definitely dealing with loss and regret because of how you've acted in the past. I think you realize it was wrong, but I don't think you want to go apologize. I think you stand to lose your Empress over this, okay? I'm just giving you what I see. You're stressed out about it, but you don't want to make the moves that are necessary, the big people moves or whatever, the adult moves that are necessary to solidify this relationship and do the things that need to be done. So I see you being left out in the cold with the Five of Pentacles. That's pretty much what I see here. But you're opting to go that direction, so maybe somewhere deep inside of you, you know that that's the right way to go. I think there's a bigger part of you that believes this person's always going to be there. And I don't know that you're correct on that. Okay? I'm just letting you know. You need to think about it. Okay? All right, let's do the days of the week. All right, this was an all over there reading. Monday, I've got the Three of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Yeah, this person still wants to collaborate with you, but you haven't changed. You're acting the same. Yeah. Okay, Tuesday, we have the Five of Swords and the Three of Wands. Looking towards your future, but you're not willing to solve the conflict. You're not willing to be wrong in this situation. Wednesday, I have Judgment and the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is a single person. So, I mean, this is judgment being called on you and then you being on your own, which may not be a bad thing. Maybe that's where you wanted to be. I don't know, but I'm just saying. Okay, Thursday, I've got the Seven of Cups and then the Hermit. This is you looking at all your options and realizing none of them compared to the Empress that you already had. But it's up to you. You have free will. You're going to do what you want. There's definitely something here about acting kind of immature and needing to rein in your ego. Okay? Maybe a little. Not a lot. Don't kill the messenger. But anyways, Hermit, you're pulling your energy back to reassess things and trying to figure things out more clearly. It's life. I don't know what else to say on this one. No matter what the cards say, go out and make it the best week you can. Which will be good for you. You're a fun person. It'll work out, okay? Sagittarius can always bounce back. It'll be great. There you go. All right. Thanks for everything. Sorry this one was so erratic and all over the place. That's because I'm reading for you. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Take care.